Good morning, Operations Manager Stewart Kreltszheim, CFA Region 23. Welcome to the December edition of our regional report on YouTube, the last one for the year. Firstly, thank you for all your comments. I will try and smile a little bit more through this presentation. Also, I've got my smiley badge on board here just to remind me, just in case I do forget. But thanks for your comments, folks. Firstly, moving on to a weather update. Melbourne's storage levels are down about 0.7% as they were from earlier in the month. They were sitting at about 33.8% capacity. In the regional areas, we're down about 0.8%, which is about 19.6% capacity. So we're sitting about 5.2% lower than we were this time last year. Now, the poor recovery in storage volumes is due to, again, some below average rainfall, although it's been pretty good during November. But they do remain consistently down across the whole state. In the northeast area in particular, some pastures in lower rainfall areas have had some growth after the storms. The rain was, though, pretty patchy across Region 23, as the rain caused some problems in some of our cropping areas in the north, with only about 15% of harvest completed in some areas, and initial yields were down with low oil for canola and barley only making some feed grade in some areas. But generally speaking, the grazing pastures are better situated than this time last year, and there has been some runoff in dams over the last couple of weeks. So what does that all mean? Really, the seasonal outlook suggests that the dry and warmer conditions across the state will continue in the coming months. However, some of the computer modellings are bringing that back a little bit to neutral, so the confidence of that happening is not as great as before. The weather paging, we ran a trial up to the 7th of December regarding paging the weather out at midday, and that was discussed in depth at the regional forum last Sunday. Out of the 75 people there, 70 of the delegates voted to continue that trial, so there was a vast majority who wanted to go that way. So with some amendments and some feedbacks that came back from that group, we'll be paging the weather out at 12 o'clock midday, and that will have that afternoon's weather to give you a heads up of the fire danger with the current and up-to-date figures, and also give you a heads up for the next day for brigades, groups and individuals to do some planning. So a pretty good result. On Tuesday of this week, Rutherglen Group migrated to Category 1, which means they are dispatched by Vic Fire on pages, and they will talk to Vic Fire as they initially turn out to fires and incidents across the region. Now, they're doing that on channel 100. That's different to channel 203, which the Wangaratta Group operates on. The reason for that is that they are taking advantage of some coverage with some infrastructure across Region 24 from Mount Pilot, Mount Franklin, etc., etc. And that coverage into Region 24 is better than we can provide across from Region 23. That means that even though you can hear through repeaters across the region and across the whole northeast area what's happening in Rutherglen Group, you need, if you move into that patch, to change to channel 100. One of the critical things is radio discipline and utilisation of the fireground channels when incidents start to develop. The fireground channels for Rutherglen Group are channels 62 and 77. They share those fireground channels with Mansfield Group, but due to the separation in distances, those fireground channels should not interfere for fireground specific traffic. If the incident escalates and we have to go back to our traditional regional group ICC structure, we will revert back to channel 97, 98 and 99, which are our command channels. But initially, we will be dispatched through the Rutherglen Group on channel 100. There's a DVD which has gone out to all brigades, and each captain and group officer would have about 3 copies of this. Now, this is the DVD, and it has some pre-season updates and some really good messages corporately which affect us in Region 23. Please make the effort to see your captain and get your hand on this. If you can't get one, contact the regional office and we'll forward one out to you. Okay, so that's the pre-season update 2008-2009 DVD. Okay, aircraft across Region 23. We've got a lot of aircraft coming online as the summer progresses. Bomber 356 will work in tandem with Bomber 354 at Albury. Having the two bombers working in tandem in a lot of our areas was highly effective last year, and we've continued that. They're on a 15-minute response from Albury. Helitac 348, which is the large heavy helicopter at Mansfield, is expected to commence next Monday, the week commencing the 15th of December, and that will be on 15-minute response time as well. We'll have Firebird 303, which is the light helicopter for observations at Ovens, on 15-minute response time. And we've got Helitac 332 at Benalla, that's been on for some weeks now, and Helitac 334 at Bendigo. So generally speaking, they're the aircraft which have come online or are coming online, which are going to be a resource to Region 23. Understanding too that those aircraft can be moved across the state as required, but in particular they can be moved towards the northeast if we're having a bad day or we require them as well. Right. I'm taking some of my own advice and taking some leave due to this break in the weather, so I'll be off from this Monday on until the 5th of January. Operations Officer Ashley Mills will be acting in my position during that period of time, and Operations Officer John Bingham will be backfilling into the region. So in saying that, my message to you all is to take some time off due to this weather as well, and on behalf of the regional staff and especially on behalf of myself, I thank you for your support throughout the year. I wish you very much a happy and Merry Christmas, and I hope that 2009 brings to you everything that you hope for. I'll return with another YouTube report about mid-January, about the 15th or 16th of January, and give you an update on what's happening at that time. Once again, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and stay safe.